Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Christianah Adesida. Welcome to day 14 of my 30 days challenge. A call to call everyone to join in the effort to help the people that are affected by Hurricane Harvey, basically to help out with the relief effort or to support the relief effort in whichever way you can or your organization could. Anyway, this is what this show is all about. From day one, I've been an advocate, dedicated for these calls to unite everyone together, and I'm really grateful to God for this opportunity. And also, I thank everybody that have joined so far, that have shared the video, that have commented, that have basically supported me over the last 2 weeks. Yes, it's been 2 weeks. Wow, that's interesting. So I am, happy about it. Today, I'm gonna be talking about, of course, a little bit of climate control, because that's one thing that has been a major concern to a lot of people, and also the people on the ground. And the fact that even though we're dealing with Hurricane Harvey, and we still have a lot of people on the ground that are, devastated and very depressed at the moment. Now we have to face Hurricane Harvey, and how we have over 7 million people without electricity in the state of Florida. All right, so today I'm just going to talk a little bit about, climate control. How can we help? How can we basically help our climate with all these hurricanes? And we have multiple hurricanes, that are scheduled to basically make a landfall across the United States, and also overseas in the next few months. We know we're in the hurricane season, but still we need to do this. Is the major things that we need to be worried about, because the cost of repairing or fixing what all these damages is keep escalating, but somebody got to pay for it. That's one thing, that's why I want to talk a little bit about climate control. I'm not really going to go deep into it. I'm just going to touch on it. And I have a good news. This happened yesterday, but because I didn't get to put it out yesterday, I decided to put it out today. So yesterday, federal government, Donald Trump signed the relief bill of over $15 billion. So if you see on my Facebook page, I put, yes, more money for the relief effort. That's exactly what that means. Although the relief bill was actually basically brought about due to the situation in Houston, Texas. But now, and even though that bill is tagged as Hurricane Harvey bill, hopefully the money will actually be used for all future hurricanes, which I doubt, because if the estimated cost to repair this the damages done by Hurricane Harvey is $200 billion. 15 billion is just a drop in the bucket. So that's how I see it. Anyway, but that's a good news. They signed it yesterday, 9/11. So it was good. It's now official. So they can, because we were a little bit afraid, because FEMA was running out of money. Yes, FEMA was running out of money, but signing this bill yesterday basically helped provide enough at least some funding for FEMA to continue its mission on the ground, which is a lot to do. And of course, SB here, we have money to give out to as a loan. They have a lot of disaster loan for people that want to rebuild their house. So that's a good news in general. All right, another thing that I've been seeing is that I know that a lot of people in Houston needed, is medical care. Yes, medical care. A lot of them are going through a lot of, mental, emotional depressions, to the point that they need to see a doctor. So, but another good news is that there was this this organization called Clinic in a Can. So these organizations, what they do is they have a solar clinic that they made, they constructed out of container. So it's like a containerized clinic, medical facility, whereby they can actually deploy to hurricanes, hurricane affected area, basically to provide medical care for people that need medical assistance. So I know they've deployed about 3 teams to Texas to help out, to help out there. So that's a really good thing. So a lot of people need medical care. So if you're a doctor, this is a call to, if you're a medical practitioner and you happen to have some time in your hands that you can actually visit any of the shelters in Houston, Texas, please do so, because whatever help you can provide. How you doing, sir? And thank you for joining. Whatever help you can actually provide to help the victim out there, to help the people on the ground, the children, the mother. We have nursing mothers at the shelters that probably need medical help, or the elderly that need help. This would be really appreciated. So tonight, I'm calling all medical doctors, all medical practitioner nurses that have some time to visit the shelter. Please come to to help with this relief effort to provide medical care. Yes, it doesn't have to be so long. You can only, spend, if you can only spend 2-3 days out there just to help out, please do so. If you know any doctors, those people that are on the line, please tag a doctor and say this is a call for, I'm calling all the doctors out there, all medical practitioners, to please rise up and come together to help all these people that are displaced, that are at the shelter, that really need medical help. Because now in Houston, some of the hospitals are like basically opening up, but not all of them are open up. So that means that there's more people that need medical help than the available clinic or hospital can afford to care for. So your help, however way you can help, would be very valuable in this relief effort. So that's that. And another thing is that the same containerized clinic is scheduled basically to go to Florida. I know in Florida there's a lot of power outages, so I don't know how this is gonna go. But the good thing is that this containerized clinic use renewable energy, solar. So they don't really need power or fuel or fuel to basically operate the clinic, because they have, if you go, I'm going to post a picture of it on my Facebook. If you look at it, it's like a container. They put solar panel on it. They deck the inside. They put all the medical tools in it. And you're able to basically attend to patients that way, which is genius. So, and that, tonight, I didn't know that I'm going to be on late because I had a meeting that basically ran a little bit longer than 9:30. That's why I'm I'm on here late. But one thing I was planning on doing tonight is basically doing a simple components training for those people in Florida or at the shelter that need form of power supply. So, and I'm planning on doing this. I'm going to basically show people how to basically use simple things like an inverter that they can order if they have way of ordering something, or something that we can send out there as well. Then they can use an inverter, a small battery, and they can create a charging stations to be used at the shelter. So, because I know a lot of people, running out of battery juice, to call their family or to continue to communicate. I'm looking at some of the pictures online of people at the shelter. Some are so bored to the point that the only thing they have to entertain themselves are their cell phones. So you know what that means? I mean, they're running out of battery very quickly. So And I'm gonna do this training. I'm gonna basically show how to do it. And if we have any electricians in the house that want to volunteer sometimes to go put some solar system together for the people at the shelter, just a small charging stations whereby 2, 3 to up to 10 people can actually charge their devices while they're on the ground out there without electricity, then that will be great. So, and I plan on doing that very soon, and I will be letting you know on the day that I'm doing it. Probably take a little bit longer, but a little bit longer to complete that video that day, but I will do that. All right, let's talk about climate control. All right, we have a lot of rains. Yes, we have our shares yesterday. I think, overnight. We have a lot of rain up here, but thank God it wasn't as severe as we actually preparing for. So thank God for that. But of course, we can't let our guard down because there's still more hurricane that has been projected to continue to make landfall across the United States. So we can never be too prepared. That's what I want to say. All right, so climate control, we have a lot of rains, we have a lot of hurricanes, we have a lot of damages. The question is, what are we doing about this climate control? I was reading the news today and I saw where a lot of people basically, they are going against the government officials saying that they need to spend their effort finding ways to control, basically to control climates, to help the environment, and the reason for this concern is because in Houston, if you all remember, there are a lot of contaminations that basically end up in the water, and that pose a lot of health risks for people that lives in that area as far as drinking the water in the region, unless the government do something to make sure the water is safe enough for people to drink. That is why the issue of climate control is being raised. And up to now, some people are afraid to even use the tap water in Texas, but basically to take a shower. I don't blame them. But the question is, what is our government officials doing to help with these relief efforts, especially water? Water is getting scarce every day. You call Walmart, you can't even get Walmart at any grocery at any grocery stores. Here in North Carolina, not to talk of in Houston, Texas, where they already have a massive destructions, in the last 2 to 3 weeks. So water is very important, and if this climate control is not being regulated, and if there's nothing put in place to help control all the damages that we are actually seeing, all the contamination that is going into our water, all this hurricane water, and all these sewage mixing with drinking water, that is a lot of health, it poses a lot of health concern and environmental concern. So if there's anything that that we can do individually or collectively to help with climate control, on our part, there's a little bit we can do, which is this tiny, but at the same time every effort counts. So climate control is a major thing in the news right now, and it is basically looking at water, drinking water, the health of the people that are affected by the hurricanes, how they're going to survive. I was talking to one of my coworkers today in Puerto Rico, and he has his family. Everybody is without electricity and without water. The question is, how can they survive without water for a prolonged time? There's no electricity, there's no water, and they are just sitting down there in Puerto Rico. But the good thing is that we glad and we thank God that they are alive. That's the number one thing. But at the same time, we need to look out for them and say, okay, what can we do, to help them out, especially in the area of water. People can't really survive too long without water. So that is that is one concern that I'm personally worried about, because I know if I don't drink water within 6 hours, I'll be having headache, and all that. So all these bottled water that we're getting, we're running out of bottled water, because if it's not available, still there's no drinking water. And how can we purify this water for people to drink? And I'm not talking about just 10 people. I'm talking about 32,000 plus people, to actually, to have a safe drinking water in Houston, Texas. So those are the concerns that I am worried about, and how we can help with this situation, with these water scarcity and all these contamination in the water, and the overall climate control and the environment of in Houston, Texas. So that's what I want to talk about tonight, and basically that's it. It kind of like it bothers me, because one, we are limited on what we can do, because the number of people is so much. So basically we need everybody to come together, businesses, government officials, leaders all over the world, to find ways to actually help these people. So that's it. That's all I have tonight. So if there's any, those of you that are looking, if there is anything that you can come up with on how we can actually help with the relief efforts of, concerning water and climate control, in Houston, Texas, or in Florida, please post it on my Facebook page. It's good to share information. Knowledge is power. If there's a way that you are able to survive similar situation in your regions, and you think we can actually implement that, please post it on my Facebook page, and let's start sharing this knowledge, because that's the only way we can actually find solutions. All right, I appreciate your time tonight. I know it is a little bit short tonight, because I don't really want to go into detail. Is a little bit late as well, but I'm glad that I still have some of you joining the 30 days challenge. Yes, today is day 14. I'm excited. Tomorrow is day 15. So that means I'm halfway there. So if there's any topic that you want me to address concerning the situation in Houston, Texas, please post that on my Facebook page as well. And if you want to know anything else, or about hurricane in general in the United States, please post that question on my Facebook page as well. And I'll be glad to address it through this 30 days challenge. All right. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you. Again, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you, and God bless. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.